Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So you have some leaf propagations in front of you which are completely successful. Just one of them, there was a drop of water that landed up on the mother leaf, and you can see the mother leaf has started to rot. The mother leaf has started to rot. This is the reason why I say do not drop water on the mother leaf. And now the issue with this pot was it was kept in a place where it didn't receive a lot of light, and I can see that some of the leaf propagation are stretching a little bit, not a lot, little bit. So I'll have to move them into a place where it is good amount of bright light. You can see this one is, they are just starting off but little bit stretched. You can see this one is doing quite well. This is also Graptopelaum Purple Delight. We can see it's doing absolutely beautiful. The leaves are very compact. This was the first one that I had added, and these are the later ones. So all of them are doing excellent. I will be doing bottom watering. They were not watered till now. This was probably a month back. This one probably might have been around for 2 months now. It has 2 heads, which is amazing. The mother leaf is starting to get exhausted because the pup is taking a lot of water and nutrients from the mother leaf. So she is slowly getting dehydrated, which is a natural process. It's absolutely fine. And then I have the rest of them. This one has not put out any pups, but it has roots. All of them have roots, so it's time to do a bottom watering for them. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because you can see these guys over here. 1, 2, there's a third one over here. So how do I deal with this? Now this is what I do. I cannot expect everyone to do this because this is very time consuming. It takes a lot of time, but I prefer to do this method rather than any other method because obviously we cannot spray anything on them. So this is what I tend to do. If it works out for you guys as well, you can try it out. It does work out really well. So I'm going to show the entire process how I get rid of the mealy bugs from leaf propagation. So the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a jar with some water. This is just plain water, plain tap water, and then I use some vinegar. Now this is the regular vinegar, white vinegar that you have in your kitchen. It has the lactic acid is around 4%. You also get lactic acid with 5% as well. 4% is absolutely fine. And then I'm going to be adding it to this jar. Probably 2-3 spoons is enough. So once we are done with the vinegar, I add a little bit more of the hand sanitizer. Probably 5 to 6 drops is enough. Now you can use this solution as many times as you want. So once we are done mixing the hand sanitizer and the vinegar, it's time to carefully pick up the small babies out. Ensure that you do not drop them anywhere, very carefully, because you have to take good care of them. And you can see how fat, okay, I dropped it down. And then take it and drop it in this liquid. And this is how I usually tend to do. The bigger the better. And it is such a nice thing to see them float and swim in this liquid. So this is how I tend to get rid of, because we can't do much about it. We can't spray anything on the leaf propagation, otherwise the leaves, mother leaf will get damaged. We have another one over here. This is a fat one. Very carefully pick it up, don't harm it. This is a small baby it had, I think. Now because I'm dealing with the camera and this, so it's a little difficult. Otherwise I usually just pick it up and drop it in. So we will let them swim in this solution for some time, and meanwhile I will get rid of more of them. So this is how I usually tend to deal with them. They are really huge ones because the pups are very tender, so it becomes very easy for them to stick onto the so this is how, and it's very time consuming, guys. That's why I don't expect you to do it. But if you have some free time and you want to enjoy this feeling of getting rid of mealy bugs. I think this is the best thing that you can do. So I'm going to let them be in this. So I'm going to get rid of all the mealy bugs from these leaves, and I'll get back. So now we are pretty much cleared with all of the mealy bugs, and this is what I was talking about when I said that it is stretching. So this is the early signs of stretching. You can see the stem is visible. Usually the stem should not be visible on the pup, but when there is a stem visible, this shows that the mother leaf and the propagation is not getting a good amount of light. I'm trying to focus as much as I can. So you can see there is an evident stem. This is not supposed to be like that. The roots are looking like it's getting stretched because the pup is getting stretched. So the roots are also trying to stay in line. They are struggling to get into the soil. At the same time, they do not want to be disconnected from the pup. So you can see that there is a evident stretch. This is how a pup should look like when it gets proper light. You won't be able to see the stem. Again, another one over here, a perfect example, very compact. So I will be putting them out in indirect bright light. Probably the light was not enough. So this is more than enough for you to understand that the propagation is not getting enough light. So once we are done with all the clearing, once all the clearing is done, that's where I start putting in a little bit of cinnamon powder. Just sprinkle a little bit on the top layer around the roots. So this is where the root area is. So I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon powder over here. If it falls on the leaf, it's absolutely fine. There is nothing to be worried. And then just gently brush off if there is anything. So as I said, this is going to be their first bottom watering. I have already added some cinnamon powder, and I'm just going to keep this tray. It has water, like almost 3/4 of water. The only thing that we have to ensure is the water does not spill into the pot. So ensure that you add that much amount of water only. And now I'm just going to leave the pot in this. It will take a couple of minutes for it to completely wet the soil. Once the upper layer of the soil is completely wet, it indicates that the bottom watering is completed. So this is how it tends to look like. I've added cinnamon powder. That's absolutely fine. The cinnamon powder is going to repel whatever remaining mealy bugs are present on that. It is going to irritate them, and it's going to get soaked into the soil. As you can see, the bottom watering has already started. The upper layer of the soil is already starting to get wet, and the cinnamon powder will also get absorbed into the soil. So it's pretty simple. This is how it tends to work out. Pretty easy to handle it. You can see this drop of water that had landed up on the mother leaf. It has already started to rot. So that's the reason why I always advise, do not mist the mother leaf. Try to keep it as fresh as it can. And over the period of time, it will naturally get dried up, like the one in the middle. As and when the pup starts to absorb all the nutrients and water from the mother leaf, eventually the mother leaf will be dry. But from our end, we should not try to accelerate the rotting or the drying process, and that's pretty simple, which can be easily avoided by doing either bottom watering or being very careful while watering it. You can even use this bottle as well to water it. You have to be very careful, keep the nozzle very close to the soil, and then water it exactly near the root area. But I prefer bottom watering much easy, so I work with this. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.